What is going on, everybody? Thamster here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the whole process of buying, cleaning, fixing, and selling a used gaming computer for hundreds of dollars in profit. So this time I bought this beast of a computer and I will show you the full specs later on. Really quickly, just before I start the video, I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing me. I'm so close to being monetized, I only need about 250 subscribers. It costs you nothing, and once I'm monetized I will release more frequently and even higher quality videos. Thanks. Now back to the video. So as usual, I was scrolling Facebook Marketplace and other classified websites when this computer caught my eye. The price was listed at $777. Nice. And in the pictures it looked like a really nice, a really clean, and like a good quality build where no expense was spared. So I immediately messaged the guy and asked for more details, like, does everything work, are there any issues? And this is what I usually do, but this night I was really tired and I just asked him what's the lowest that he could go. And he said that the price is negotiable in person. So I asked if he was local to me and he said yes. Then I asked him why he's selling a computer, because asking this question can tell you quite a lot about the person and their intentions. So also asked him if everything works, and he said yes, everything works, and that he built it for himself. And then he threw some philosophical words. He said, I asked myself, do I want it and do I need it? And damn, I really felt that. He also told me that he wanted a powerful PC, but after he got it, it got boring, which, I mean, pretty much every PC gamer goes through this at least once, where when we are kids, we really want all these powerful and cool gaming computers, but when we get them, we usually just use them for just Google searching and just playing some old school games that can run on pretty much anything. So anyways, I threw him a lowball offer of $600 and he said that it's too little, which is understandable. He just offered me to first take a look at it. And I knew that this computer didn't have any warranty, so I tried to use that as a point of negotiation. He said that the lowest he can go is $700, which is still a really good price for this kind of a computer. I still want it for a lower price though, so I offered him $650. He once again rejected my offer, but he said that if I buy it for $700, he will throw me a pair of these wireless gaming headphones, like the Steel Series Arctic Pros, but I didn't need no headset, so after that I just said I don't want them, and he said that the lowest he can go is $680. So I just said my offer stands, and if you change your mind, message me. So we ended our chat here. I thought that was it, and I went looking for other options, but then the next day he messaged me and he said $650 deal. So I was like, damn, I really negotiated $120 off a computer with an RTX 3080, which was already somewhat cheap. So after that I just asked him if he has the boxes of the parts, because it's always easier to sell a computer if it has boxes, because people just like having boxes. And he said that he only has the power supply box, the GPU box, and the motherboard box. So it was better than nothing, I guess, and I asked him where I can take a look at it, and he just gave me his address, which was, no joke, like a 5-minute car drive, so that was amazing as well. So that night I went to his house. There was basically nowhere to park my car, so I had to do it really far away from his main entrance, and then I went up to his elevator to his house, and then he greeted me and welcomed me inside. And not gonna lie, his apartment looked like a trap house, like it was kind of dirty and really old looking, but I mean, I don't judge, but it just looked a bit sketchy. And when we walked inside the room that the computer was in, there was just a dude laying down on the bed, and the entire time that I was taking a look at the computer, the dude just lay down on the floor and just looked at us, which was kind of creepy, not gonna lie. So they didn't have a monitor, and he just plugged in the computer into his TV that they had in the room. And we ran Formark for the entire time that I was there. And while it was running, I checked out the computer even further. I looked at inside, I removed the tempered glass panel, and as I expected, it's a really good quality build. He said that he pretty much used all parts used here, except the processor and the RAM, but that was fine with me. I could see that he knew how to pick good quality parts. The computer had an RTX 3080, a Ryzen 5 5600, and 32 gigabytes of RAM, so it was quite a good, powerful computer. So, as we had agreed to $600 before, but I said to him that I still need to upgrade the storage because it only has a 512 gigabyte SSD. So I said to him, let me get it for $620, and he actually agreed. And we shook hands and I paid him the money. Now the computer is really, really heavy and I need to carry it quite far away from here. So I asked him for help because he also had some of the component boxes to carry. So he helped me, and after that I went home. So when I got home, I plugged it in and I tried running a few more benchmarks and games, and everything seemed flawless. The temperatures were great and it was really silent, like even under load. But that was it for about 2 weeks now because I had a bunch of university exams during this time, so I didn't really have any time to clean it up, even though it was clean, but I still just like to do it, and I know that you guys like watching it as well. So it sat in my home, and after about 2 weeks, I started cleaning it, and now I'll show you what I did. So as always, I start by unplugging the graphics card to get more access to the insides for cleaning. Also take a look at the graphics card. It's pretty much spotless, like no dust on it whatsoever. It's really beautiful. I mean, look at it, like a 3-fan design. I really like how this graphics card looks. After that, I tried my hardest to remove the CPU cooler, but man, it took me quite a while to actually remove it because the screws were kind of in an awkward position where I had to kind of like angle my screwdriver to get it, but I removed it and there was a bunch of thermal paste everywhere, but no problem. I just used some isopropyl alcohol to remove it and it's clean. And then I cleaned all of the dust off the CPU cooler fans. There wasn't much dust here, but I still want to make it look pretty much brand new. I also cleaned all the intake and exhaust fans inside the computer, but this time I decided not to remove them because they were almost spotless and it can take me quite a while to remove them. And after that, I just used the wet cloth to further detail inside the computer as best as I can, and making sure not to touch any of the motherboard connectors here because it can short something out and it might not work. And here, as you can see, the case is really good. There are a bunch of dust filters everywhere, and I take a look at the back of the case. It's really clean here as well. I didn't even bother cleaning here because I don't want to mess up the wiring in any way because it can be quite a headache to rewire something. And lastly, I applied some good quality thermal paste here and reinstalled the cooler back on. And now all it's left for me is to reinstall the graphics card and we're done. And now look how nice it looks. Like, man, pretty much brand new. I mean, and I didn't even take that long to actually clean this build, so yeah. Oh, and I also cleaned the tempered glass panel with some window cleaner and paper towel so that there are no fingerprints on it and whatnot. So after I cleaned it, I made it look really nice. I took some nice quality pictures, and make sure that when you are listing your computer for sale or anything else really, take good pictures. Make sure that everything is clear in them, because good pictures and a clean computer are essential for making good profit. Because if I had listed it with bagged pictures, all dirty, it would have probably taken me even longer to sell it. And I also included a screenshot to the full specs so that a person buying it can see it. So here's my listing on Facebook Marketplace. I included all of the specs in the description of the listing as well. And make sure to also say what FPS it gets in some popular games at the time that you're selling. So for example, right now would be Fortnite, CS2, and some other games, because some people like to have an idea of what kind of performance to expect. So originally I listed it for $850. Quite a lot of people messaged me because it's a really good price for this performance level, but most of them were just trying to lowball me, offered me like $600, like $650, but that's a bad deal, so I just ignored them. But then one guy called me and he said that he is buying it, but I will need to ship it, which was fine with me. I had listed it in the listing that I could ship as well. And then I got to a hardware store and I bought the biggest box that I could find, but when I got home and tried it, it could not fit in it whatsoever, like no matter which angle I tried. That was just a big bummer to me, because that means that I cannot ship this computer, which means that potentially some buyers are cut off from this that are not local to me, because the person who wanted to buy it for me lives like 3 to 4 hours away from me, which does not make sense to drive that far. And then I waited even longer, but then another person messaged me just asking about it, and over chat he had negotiated the price down to $750, which I was fine with because I just wanted to get rid of it at this point. So he came by the same day and picked it up. Funny thing is with that, he also wanted to buy my monitor from you, because he said that he had recently won some money, so I guess he was wasting it on buying random things, which was really good for me. He didn't even take a look at it that much, just turned it on and that was it. The deal was done in pretty much like 5 minutes, and I got paid the $750. So in total, I bought this computer for $620 and I sold it for $750. So $750 minus $620, which means $130 in profit, which is amazing because I didn't even spend that much time cleaning it, like maybe 2 hours max. So I think I did really good here. I would have posted this video much earlier, but as I said before, I had really important exams, so I had to finish those first. So thank you so much for all your support on my previous flipping videos, and if you want to see more content just like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.